Hi everyone, it's Wednesday the 24th of August and this week's challenge set is Origins. Not had this many times or for a long time, so feels kind of like new maps again, which is really good. The star hero this week is Beta, or for our American friends, Beta, and we got Charged Warriors to help us as well. So that should be fun, my favourite class and one of my favourite heroes. I've got a lot to go through, as there's quite a lot going on in some of these maps. So let's get on with the weekend events. And the first weekend event we have is Jackpot Deluxe. So you've got a chance of getting all 9 silver, all 9 gold crates after missions. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's pretty nice. The other event we have this weekend is 5-second upgrade, which means survivors, buildings and weapons only take 5 seconds to upgrade, so farm that XP and get upgrading. Right, first map I'm going to go through this week is called Bonfire, and what we got to do here is survive 5 turns and get to the exit. Starts with a load of burning walkers on the map, and after each turn there's an auto spawn which come in on the right hand side in the top right, and by turn 5 your map looks something like this usually, unless you can kill everything. If I remember correctly, there is spawns that come in on the line, so if you can stay on the line, particularly I think it's turn 4 and 5, otherwise you're going to have to clear the line to exit the level. I think that spawn is random though, so best way of doing this is usually staying back and just dealing with the spawns. The ones on the left can get to you, so having some way of stunning them is going to be useful. Beware of the fire damage though if you're taking melee, and put your hazard suit on. Next map is The Man With No Name, which is based on the episode where Rick enters the city for the first time and his horse gets eaten. As such, you start on the map with some walkers feeding on said horse to your left. You've got to make your way to the right hand side, open a gate, kill an armoured walker and then escape. The armoured walker will spawn the turn after you start working on the gate, as in this area here. And something to be really careful of is to make sure that you can let that walker spawn. If you spawn block all its available spaces, which I believe are the 3 along the bottom there, you may even need the 2 along the bottom there, then the map will not be able to be finished. The exit line won't light up, so do be super careful on that. General idea of this map is to get over to the right hand side as quickly as possible. Do be aware there are some blind corners on there. Morning Stars and your warriors are going to be good. There is a threat counter, so maybe Michonne in the team won't be a bad shout either. Not too bad a map, I quite enjoy it, probably my favourite on the map set. And the next map is Gore. So this one again has got several parts to it. You need to open a gate on the right, which you can just see, and then open a switch and get the bag. First time we saw Gore on this map set, and you can gore up by using the barrel in front of you at the start. There's a threat counter, and there is a trick to this that you could, I don't know if they fixed it, you could gore up, get in position, attack, use tactical to then re-gore up, and you could just keep doing that over and over again, which meant you could take your time at the beginning, clear everything, and then go and get on the gate. You could also use assaults to go and stun everything. We had charged assaults last time though, so I'm not sure if that'll work this time. Once you've opened that gate, you've got another barrel of gore, and as I say, there's a button on the top wall to press, which takes 2 turns, I believe, and a bag to grab at the bottom, and then you've got to get to the exit. So, can be quite tricky. I think keeping the threat down is going to be key, so Michonne's going to be a good warrior to have in your team. And then hopefully you'll be able to either herd or gore your way through at the end to avoid getting hit. Next map is Campsite. I think I found this one of the hardest maps on the set. You start with 2 NPCs who are struggling. You have to free them and then kill all walkers. So at higher levels, freeing them can be a bit tricky, although should be alright with Morningstar to push the walkers off and break the struggle that way. You could probably also use dog to break the struggle early on without actually moving, so that might be a good tip. Once the first turn's over, then you start getting auto spawns from the left, and there's quite a few of them, but Charged Warriors, you probably got some good angles where you'll be able to push and stun with Morningstars, but it just turns into a standard killer walkers at that point. Not really much more to say about that one, I don't think. Any questions about it, give me a shout. The next map is Knocking on Heaven's Door. This map, there is a door to the right hand side which you need to knock on 4 times, and a few starting walkers, and I think there's auto spawns when you start knocking on the door. Best way to do it is run to the right as quickly as possible while staying out of the way of any walkers that start on the board. So having Zeke in your team might be a good one for this, as you can run him forward, and if there is one stray one, you'll be able to push him back. You'll also probably want Pizza Glenn in the team, as he can knock on the door twice in one turn, and then the other 2 can knock after him, getting you out in a shorter time. And yeah, there's not much more to say about that, other than if you are struggling, then put Pizza Glenn in the lead, and you can get to the end and start knocking the door really, really quickly and get out in like 2 turns. The next map is Paradise Lost, which is killer walkers, so that's not too bad. Everyone knows how to deal with them. Used to be one of the harder maps because you've got 2 groups of walkers, one in front of you here and a big group to the left, each have a tank in, and you also have auto spawns on the left and along the top. What you can do in your first turn is, if you move everyone 3 spaces to the left, you can spawn block a walker which is going to pop out really quick, really close to you on the first turn. I would only advise doing that if you are using range. If you're using melee, then you might want to let it come out so that you can stun it and try and charge up on it early on. But the walkers down here do get pretty close pretty quickly, and as you can see here on the left hand side, there is a lot of walkers. The way we've done it in the past is to deal with the ones in front of you, and then start moving around down to the bottom right to give you time to deal with the ones at the top. Not sure what's going to be the best team for this yet. We've beat a lead, but I'll be using a few different teams and see if I can get anything good going. Probably going to involve Mercer, let's be honest. That's it for this week. Quite involved maps, as you can see, and lots of different sort of objectives. I quite enjoy it, and it's something relatively different to what we're used to. Let me know what you think of this map set in the comments below, and thanks very much for watching. See you soon.